Now let us jump to the integer data type. Say for example, let us write a simple program to add two numbers. Say for example, number 1 is equal to 4, number 2 is equal to 8. Addition of this number is number 1 plus number 2. Right, here we have created one variable number 1 and assigned value 4, and we have created number 2 variable and we have assigned. So we have created two variables, and then we are adding these two numbers, number 1 and number 2, and a third variable is created, that is addition, because this sum of number 1 and number 2 is assigned to variable 3. So here we have created three variables. Now I want to print all the three variables, that is number 1, then I can print number 2, and then I can print the addition of these particular numbers. Fine. So let us see, number 1 is 4, here I have to specify number 2. So we can see that number 1 is 4, number 2 is 8, and the addition of these two is 12. I can perform multiplication over here also. Say for example, the same program I am writing over here, and just if I change this sign to write multiplication sign, then it will perform multiplication over this. And here I can change the, say for example, mul. I am just keeping a one variable name, and the same variable I should print over here. Then it will perform multiplication of number 1 and number 2 and will assign to a variable mul. Now we are printing all the three variables, and we can see that the number 1 and number 2 are printed, and then multiplication of 8 into 4, that is 32, is printed. Now suppose I want to print this in a proper format. So over here let us see how we can print this particular in a one line statement. Here I have printed all the three in different lines, right? But if I want to print all the three variables in one line, so what I can do, I can write like this: number 1 colon double quote comma, right? So this is a string, that is a number 1, and then the variable, then I want a number 2 over here, and then I will print number 2, and then I want a multiplication of two numbers and mul over here. So this is how you see I have three strings and three variables: number 1 string, then variable name, number 2 strings, and number 2 variable, and then mul string, and this. So whenever we write anything within double quote, it will be printed as it is, but whenever we specify a variable, it will print value of that particular variable. Fine. Now let us print this particular output. So we can see that number 1 is 4, number 2 is 8, and multiplication is 32. So here we have printed all the three variables using different lines, but here we are able to print all the three variables using one print statement. So this is how we can create variable and we can use in our program. Now next is, let us determine the type of this particular variables. Say for example, I want to determine type of mul variable, because we have assigned the value integer values to number and 1, number 2, and we multiplied, but I want to know what is the data type of mul variable. So what I can do, let me first type the appropriate message: type of mul variable is, and here I should use the type function and then mul over here. So this will determine the type of mul variable. And now let us see over here, type of mul variable, that is whatever returned between this double quote is printed over here. And now next, type of mul is printed over here, that is class integer, means data type of mul variable is integer. Now the next data type is float data type. Fine. So let us create a simple float variable, say x is equal to 5.6, y is equal to 8.0, and then let us have a variable z is equal to x plus y. Fine. And now I want to print all the three variables. So what I can do, I can take this particular statement directly over here. So here I have created, right, and I want to print that over here. So first is my x, and I will print x over here. I want to print y, so y is over here, and third I want to print z, and I can specify z over here. So here I have created two variables. I am adding that two variables, floating point float variables x and y, and result is stored in third variable z. As these two x and y are float variable, z will also be a float variable. So now let us run this by pressing Ctrl Enter. Now we can see that 5.6 y is 8.0 and z is 13.6. So this is how we can create float variable and we can print the value. If you want to perform say minus operation, I can change to minus sign. Now let us see what is the subtraction result of this subtraction. So we can see that 5.6 minus 8 is minus 2.4. Now next is how to determine the type. So type can be determined in the same way. Let us take this particular variable, this print statement directly, and here I want to determine the type of z. Here let us determine the type of all the three, right? So type of x variable, y variable and z variable, and here also say I want to determine type of x, type of y and type of z. So here we are determining type of all the three variables, right, using type function. Now let us print. So we can see that type of x variable is float, type of y variable is float, type of variable is z. So this is how we can create float variable, perform some operation on that float variable, then we can print that variable values like this, and we can check type of those variables using type function and print function. We can print the type of a variable. Thank you very much.